Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Thursday morning training call for August 20th. And a lot of excitement out there for a lot of reasons. And one of them is the new InTouch app. And it's working better and better for more and more people. And we're very excited about the results people are starting to have. And you're going to hear some of those results in a bit, and we're going to do some Q&A. But before we do, I'm going to redo and share with you the presentation I gave a couple of weeks ago in Orlando at the conference on InTouch. It's about a 15-minute presentation. I'm going to zip through it, and then we'll open it up for some Q&A. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And there it is. Okay, well, boy, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the presentation of my InTouch app. And the goal of the app is to make prospecting, sharing, follow-up, and enrolling faster, easier, fun, and more successful. Does that resonate with anyone? And before we talk about the app, I want to talk about some of the foundational premises and the reason we need something like this. And the four factors in network marketing success is what I was calling it. Number one, you've heard us say over and over again, success is not magical, it's mathematicals. It's a numbers game, and the more you work the numbers, the better you get at the game. So practice, 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 share, share, share. Number two, be the messenger, not the message. And Lifeway marketing department has done such a fabulous job creating all these marketing materials for us. Your job is just to connect and pique people's interest, then point them to the message. You're not the messenger. You're not the message. You are the messenger. Number three, keep it simple, keep it duplicatable. Clever is not always better. In fact, it's usually not. We've got a very simple, duplicatable success system. And if you follow the system, if you spin the wheel, you're going to succeed. Number four, exposures times your follow up is your success ratio. The more exposures you do, the better at follow up you get, the more success you're going to have. So it's not a mystery. It's it's mathematical. So with that being said, we're going to talk about the new InTouch app. It's a marketing, and this is going to change the way we do marketing and business building. It's significantly more features than the previous InTouch app. It's very robust and compliant media library for easy sharing, designed to increase prospecting, conversions, and retention. All of those are very important. And you can be notified via SMS, email, and system notification when a prospect watches. I'm going to clear my throat for just a second. Um, I used to say the hardest part of the business is getting people to watch the video. And now I'm going to add to that one of the most fun parts of the business. And when they watch it, you get notified. You know, it's not a mystery. You know when they do, and you know when they don't, and you know how much of it they actually watched. And it makes it easy to track your prospects, to do the follow up, and to do the enrollment. Okay. It's Apple and Android native app, and it's desktop accessible. So this is a powerful app. Now, this has been built and designed for network marketing by a pop-up just happened, excuse me. Built and designed for network marketing by the number one global leader in network marketing sales enablement system. That's what they call it. It's enabling independent distributors like you and me to do better marketing and more sales. And it's also, they've got over 35 years experience in providing direct selling support. They're now serving over 2 million distributors, hundreds of brands in over 100 countries. So this is not an experiment. This is a proven system, and the companies that are using it are growing. little companies that you may recognize: Shackley, Nature's Sunshine, USANA, Arborn, Isogenics, Ambit Energy, Legal Shield, Neora, Juice Plus, and now LifeWave. So I'm going to play a short video by Hustle that talks about their technology platform.
Hustle's sales enablement platform is the perfect tool to centralize all of your sales.
Now, I want to make sure you're hearing the sound okay. I don't think I pressed the sound button
You're,
when I,
it's perfect, Gregory.
excuse me?
It's perfect.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Mhm.
Oh,
Hustle's sales enablement platform is the perfect tool to centralize all of your sales collateral. Giving your entire Salesforce access to marketing content all in one location makes it extremely easy to share. Start out by having some fun building your prospecting list. Easily mark leads either hot, cold, skip, or hide them with the swipe of your thumb. Tapping any collateral gives you availability to preview content, write a unique message, along with multiple sharing options from text and email to sharing on social. You can even download materials, which makes one-on-one meetings a breeze. With in-the-moment notifications, your Salesforce will be in the driver's seat. Seeing when a prospect opens content, all in real time, makes for more effective follow-up and increased sales. It's really that easy. With Hustle, the most powerful sales enablement tool on the market today can help your Salesforce achieve all of their goals. Our case studies show dramatic increases in sales. Reach out for a demo today.
and I will share with you one of those case studies, a company about the size of Lifeway, about a $500 million a year, a company that almost, I think got to a billion, but over the last, and they're a 30, 40-year-old company. I got to clear my throat again. Should have done that before the call. They kind of plateaued at about a $500 million, not a bad place to plateau, about 500 million a year in sales. 8 months ago, they added this app to their distributor base, and they've had 8 months of consistent growth, significant system growth. So the app works. So with that being said, uh, this app makes sharing and notifications simple. So this is what the app looks like. Most of you probably already know. It's going to look very familiar to it because almost 100% of the content you'll find in here is created by the Lifeway marketing department, so it's all compliant. And then you can share content. You can pick something you want to share with somebody. Then you decide who you want to share it to. You send it to them, and it creates a trackable link. So, when Olivia receives it, you get a notice that she's opened it, and you can go into Olivia's contact record on your phone and see how much of the video she's actually watched. It's this is one of the biggest breakthroughs in our industry, since the internet, really, because we used to send, videos and, CDs and DVDs. You never knew when somebody watched something. And then it got to the point now we had digital and we could send something, but you still never knew when they watched it. This allows you to know when and when they don't watch it. So when they do watch it, you can give them a few minutes, say, "Hey, Olivia, I saw you just watched the video. What'd you think about that one?" So it makes contacting and follow up fun, easy, and successful. There's also a learn section in the app, and there's a number of trainings. Once you download the app, there's short 2, 3, 4, 5 minute trainings about the different functions in the app. So please, if you've downloaded the app, go into the learn section, and you can look at the bottom of the app. You can see these little icons: media, contacts, feed, learn. Click on learn and take some time and watch those because it's really going to help you. The app is pretty intuitive. And even if you don't watch the learn function, you'll probably figure it out. But I encourage you to do that. Now, coming soon is LifeWave onboarding training and the LifeWave Light System training. because we want to follow the company's pattern so we're not in conflict. There will be additional trainings on the app over and beyond what the company provides, but I work with the company on the development of the onboarding training and the light system, and I think it's a good, solid structure. So we're all breathing the same air, reading from the same music, and that'll be up and running within the next 30 to 60 days. Now, also coming is sponsor access to personally enrolled brand partner InTouch activities. And this is really cool. So when you enroll a new brand partner, you assist them in downloading the app, making sure they get it working. And a good way to know if they've downloaded it and working, have them send you a video. And if you get a video, you know they figured that much out. When you watch the video and open it, they're going to get a notice you watch it. They're going to go, whoa, this is really very cool. So, but imagine if you could go into your app and under the more section you see in the bottom right hand corner, you'd open that up and it's going to have, enrollment activity, and you could see the activity of everyone you've personally enrolled, how many videos, how much they're using the app. And that's a clue. You'll be able to sort by the activity level, and you'll be able to see weekly, monthly, and annual app activity of your personally sponsored brand partners. So that's going to add a whole new dimension of your ability to coach, monitor, mentor, and build success in your team. So getting started is easy. Once you download the app for Android or Apple, you're going to open it up and it's going to say continue as a guest. You want to click there because you're not enrolled yet. You continue as a guest, and the second screen will pop up and open. And that's the initial image, but it's not fully active until you click on one of the grayed areas here. And then screen number 3 opens up, and then you can select monthly or annual. It's $7.99 a month, it's $79.99 a year, and both of them come with a 14-day free trial. So once you choose monthly or annual, then you'll click on continue and it'll take you to confirm payment over window number 4. And many of us have already our payment information in our phone. So for me, I just double click and boom, I'm enrolled. Then it's going to ask you, this is critically important. It's going to ask you for your LifeWave username. And interestingly enough, the biggest problem we're having is people not putting the right username in there. And your LifeWave username is your lifewave.com/, and what your username is for your personalized LifeWave website. It's the same if you have a liveyounger.com website, it's also your username. And we have to have your username in there. So if somebody is responding to one of your messages you've sent from InTouch and decides to join or buy, it's going to hot link directly into your personal lifewave.com website. Now, it's also asking your LifeWave ID number, and it's also asking for your enroller username. And right now that's optional. But the reason we have enroller username, so when you start enrolling new brand partners and existing brand partners in the app, make sure they have your enroller name so they can input it there, which is going to give you access to see and monitor their app activity. Now, we're still a few weeks away from launching that. That was custom programming we're having done to make it visible so you can see who's really working. So this is very, very important. So once you do that, you're pretty much on the go. And when you log in for Apple phone, before you log in, it's going to say, uh, uh, would you like to send notifications? Make sure you say allow. And that's going to allow the app to send you a text, email, and system notification when somebody watches a video. In Android, it's after you log in, it's going to ask you to allow the system to send you notifications. So it's vitally important. If you're not getting any notifications, maybe because you didn't click allow. Okay. So now once you're logged into your system, you can go down into the bottom right hand corner and click on more and settings. You can verify your account You can put some additional account information in there. Make sure that, your account number, if you click on account, you make sure that your username, again, is the same username you use for lifewave.com. And you can verify, you can click on notifications, make sure your notifications are set properly. But if you allowed that as I shared in the previous slide, everything should be fine. So now you're ready to start sharing, and this is where the fun really begins. And here's what people are saying from people who run our beta tests are saying this app, even just with the media section, is so robust and convenient. This is the original InTouch on steroids. This new InTouch is exactly what I need now and an essential part of my business. Very easy to use, super convenient. I prospected for the X2O system and had 3 folks watch 100% of the video. Finally, what we need to sell in the 21st century. This is how I'm going to run my Lifeway business daily and love it. And so thankful I have the business in my fingertips. Now, interestingly enough, the biggest challenge most people are having with getting the app going is getting enrollment. There's a couple of steps that I just went through. Now, this is okay. We now have 2 URLs that you need to know and use regularly. Hopefully not regularly. Hopefully you don't have to contact my InTouch support very often, but we just set it up. So this is the new way you get support. You just go to my InTouch support and you're going to log in. It's going to give you some login and enrollment tips and my InTouch technical support form. When you fill out that technical support form, it goes right to InTouch. You're going to get a response from HubSpot, which is the platform that they use to manage their customer service. And you'll be able to track the progress of your question, and they'll be able to get back with you more promptly. Previously, we had people sending an email to the InTouch customer support, and people didn't give enough information that someone on the other side from InTouch had to email back and say, what phone are you using? What's the problem? Can you do a screenshot? This technical support form does it all. So again, there's 2 URLs you want to use and remember. My InTouch app is where you're going to go to find out about the features, links to download the app, links to customer support, which is going to take you the same place as my InTouch support. And it's also a place where you can go log in after you've downloaded and enrolled on your smartphone. You can download you can desktop log in. I just finished this slide about 12 minutes, 10 minutes before this call started. So excuse me for not being properly rehearsed, but I think we've narrowed it down. This is what we had before. It was a little bit more confusing, and we've just simplified. We've been really working diligently with our partners at Hustle to simplify the enrollment and simplify and speed up the technical support because we want everybody to get operational. Once you're operational, the whole game changes. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to stop sharing, and I'm going to share my one more screen real quickly. So share and okay. So when you go to my InTouch dot support, it's not .com, it's my InTouch dot support. You'd also get there by going help.hustle.tech, but we tried to simplify it. So we have my InTouch app to enroll. We have my InTouch support to get support. When you get there, it's going to have some basic tips that might solve your problem. If it doesn't, you fill out the My InTouch technical support form and you hit submit, and your support request is submitted directly to Hustle. When you go to my InTouch app, this is what you're going to find. And as I said, there's four things that you'll find there. Features. Okay, here's the various features of the app. You can click here and it's going to allow you to download. And you click here support, and that's going to take you to this same page that we've now created a separate URL to go to. And once you've enrolled on your smartphone, you can click here to log in to, and you can do that from your desktop or laptop computer. So I hope that simplifies it. And I'm going to stop my share. I'm going to, and I wonder if Dr. Velvet, if I could call upon you now, because yesterday during the director's call, you shared the great success you're having with it. If you could share with everyone a little bit of success you're having with InTouch and the different ways you're using it.
Yeah, I used to be able to say I signed up 8 new customers. I have 13 new customers now, and I have 2 brand new partners from it. And those are coming in weekly because my activity allows me to send information on a weekly basis to people just by the interest that's piquing. So if somebody's having a conversation, even about a pet, I do share with them the technology, and then I share with them our video. Many people ask me, well, what video do you share? Well, you have a selection of videos that you can choose. I just like what is X39, and that seems to be working really good for me. And I also like to send a health tracker because, and you can kind of think about this intuitively too, because let's say that you're meeting somebody for the first time and they're talking about their aches and pains. Well, you can say, I'd like to send you a health tracker that might help you to kind of keep up with things. Well, it's got LifeWave all over it. So you send them the health tracker, you tell them to fill it out of where their pain level is, and they're going to write you back and say, wait a minute, it says LifeWave. Can you talk to me about it a little bit more? And what I say is, yes, I would love to talk with you about it. Let's schedule a one-on-one wellness assessment. So it's not a health assessment, it's a wellness assessment, because I don't want somebody to think that I'm giving them medical information or a medical evaluation or exam. We're just reviewing the information together. And when we do these one-on-ones, I always ask, what would you like to see different in your life right now? Because that puts it into their hands. And typically, I will also make sure I'm sorting by saying, are you open-minded enough to hear, or are you open-minded to hear different kinds of modalities, of wellness modalities? So that way, I already know if they tell me, oh, I only do what my doctor says, I don't come back at them for that. I just like, okay, well, I appreciate where you stand, and I just move on. I'm not really going to waste any of my time with it. But eventually they will come back around because you've given them the space. So that's how I've been using it. And then I also use it to send, if they want to be a customer, and this is something that we need to hear. This is a distinction. On the app, the link to join for a customer is not for a PC Plus. It's for just a regular customer. But they can always become a preferred customer plus after they've already signed up to be a customer, and you can educate them at another time of what that benefit would be. But most people just want, hey, give me a link, I want to take a look at this, and then they order. And then for the BPs, I do the same exact thing, is that I'm sending them the link to join for a BP. Now, thinking about the pre-populated carts that are in our app, they're pretty basic, right? So they're X39, they're the performance bundle, and then there's one for the X39 and Eon, because those are our most popular carts that we're building 24/7. I know when I first started, I loved building carts, and those were the ones that I used over and over and over again. But the app helps a lot to get that connection back in of now you can have that further conversation with them. You've already built a relationship with them. So if they've started on X39, you need to talk with them about some of the other things. Talk with them about, well, let's review your health tracker, and see where you are and see if there's something else that you need. So I keep it very, very simple, Gregory. And I try not to overcomplicate myself because I don't want this to become a job of just using the app. I use it with a lot of fun.
That's awesome. Well, thank you very much, Dr. Velvet, one of our power users. And, and I'm very excited to introduce you to a woman that has made much of this possible for us. I'm going to go ahead, Jessica, if you don't mind, I'm going to add a spotlight. And Jessica Boyer, she's our customer, uh, our client manager, customer service guru. I don't know. She does so many things. But Jessica created the forum that you see and works hand in hand with us. And so she's kind of got me off the hook because I was going to open it up for Q&A, and she's much better at Q&A than I am. And Jessica, would you just like to, share a little bit for a moment on how the customer service loop now works with the new form system that we have?
Yes. Thank you so much. I am so grateful to be here. I see a lot of your faces that I've communicated with, and so it's nice to put faces to the names for you. For the form now, so what it does is it gives us, like Gregory mentioned, it fills out the information that we need to be able to help you as quickly as possible. And so we also have places within the app and the desktop that go to that same exact form. So if
Mhm.
you're on the login page or you have a friend on the login page of the app, there's a need help logging in link. They can tap on that, fill out the form. If you are already logged into the app and you have a question or you're running into something that doesn't make sense, then you can tap on that more button in the bottom right hand corner, go to settings, and there's a support form there. And it's the same exact form. And the really cool thing about the support form when you're already logged into the app is that it will auto fill in some of that information for you, like what device you're using, what your username is, what version you're on. And then all you have to tell us is like, this is what's going on, and I have a question. And I really appreciate, I know a lot of you are waiting for some responses from me. And so I appreciate your patience so much. But we're getting back to you guys as soon as possible. I'm going through for everybody and making sure that their LifeWave username works or is the correct and matches my InTouch to LifeWave, because we want to make sure those shopping links work and take people right to your shopping pages without you having
Mhm.
to customize the links at all. All you have to do is share it, send them a personal message like, hey, here's my shopping page. And so we're doing a lot of work behind the scenes to make sure this is all set up for you guys. And so we appreciate your patience and we love working with you guys.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for joining us. So, Jessica, if you don't mind, there's a few people with their hand raised. We'll throw a few questions out for you. And I
Yeah.
see Charlene, you've got your hand up. Would you like to ask a question?
I do. Um, I emailed from the place where you can email from, or I
Okay.
thought I did.
Okay.
So she only has email. It's a nurse practitioner, and so I sent it. It said send, but it does not say it on my email that it was sent because I always like to check to see if things sent.
Okay. And did you send it from the app or the desktop when you sent
The
it?
desktop.
The desktop version. Okay. So you've sent it to her from the desktop version, and then you're just showing in your personal email account that it's not showing that it was sent,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Just to make
So
sure I understand. Okay.
yes, I'm
Perfect.
not techie, so I always have to double check, and so I'm afraid that I've missed a step or something.
No, I totally get that. And you know what? Let me take a look at your account after this, and maybe I'll just add myself as a contact to you, and you can test sending one to me, and let's just work through
I
it
would
together
love
and let's
that.
make sure it works. So, Charlene,
Thank
do
you.
you mind? I'm going to put my, let's see. I
You want
am
me
good.
to put my
There's a link
info?
to the form. If you go to the myintouch.support, like Gregory said, when
Uh-huh.
you submit the form, will you just say, hey, I've been talking with Jessica and we need to work this out? And then they will refer you right to me from our support people. So just that myintouch.support, fill out the form, and then just say, hey, I talked with Jessica on the Zoom video, and then I can work with you and they'll reach out to me.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you, Charlene.
And I love the app.
Good. We're so grateful.
Great.
Okay.
Mary Ann, good morning.
Good morning. I was wondering when I got an email from Jessica Boyer a
Yes.
couple of days ago, it said we've updated your My InTouch partner ID and it has my ID number.
Uh-huh.
So it matches your Lifeway partner ID. And I'm concerned because we've been counseled to only use our LifeWave how we log which
Username,
my
username.
the username. So
Uh-huh.
I sent a question since we don't use ID numbers in LifeWave, my login will continue to be, which is lifelong wellness. Please confirm that. So I was just wondering why I got this email, and when I go to settings, um, an account, it is lifelong wellness. When I go to my profile and my information, my ID number is there. Is this all correct?
Yes, so that is all
Okay.
correct. Like I said, we've
Okay.
kind of been going through and reviewing accounts, making sure everyone is set up correctly. And so your
Okay.
username field is going to be a different field than your ID number. So having
Yeah.
both of those there just gives us the opportunity to have other ways to search up your account and make sure that everything is tied together. So I double
Okay.
checked your account. Your distributor ID number had been set as your new username, and those were just two different fields. So I wanted to make sure that it had the right partner ID number there for you. So it's not anything that you have to do on your end to change anything. It's just your username field is now correct, matches LifeWave's. When you share shopping links from My InTouch, it'll take them right to your LifeWave shopping pages. And then your partner ID field, I just updated that field to have the number there, just so we have another way to find your account and to match metadata to LifeWave.
Okay, because we've been counseled so much about don't use your ID numbers.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
So it
Thank
doesn't
you.
change it, but yeah. Thank you, Marianne.
Hey, Jonathan. Good
Thank you
morning.
so much. Thank you, Gregory. And thank you so much for all the work that you do. I have a simple question. I've joined the ranks of a person that has more than one phone. Can I download it on more than one phone? I haven't tried. I was just asking.
Yeah. So once you've purchased your account, so you set it up on one device where you purchase it, then when you download the app on a different device, all you do is on that login page, you just type in the username and password for the account you already purchased. So you only have to purchase it once, but you can use it on multiple devices.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you, Jonathan.
And I just want to say, Rob and I were very glad because we have two different phones with one account.
Yeah.
Hey, good morning, Dr. Latrice.
Good morning, and thank you for everything. My app is telling me that there's a bug in the app, and it
Okay.
said to clear the cache, and I did the cache, and I did that. But when I tap on it to open it, it opens and then it immediately closes.
Okay. So what are you on an Android device by chance?
Yes, I am. I'm on a Samsung.
Perfect. Me too. So close to my heart,
Yay!
still Android.
Yay!
So, what you're going to want to do for that is if you go to the Google Play Store and tap My In or type in My In Touch, it'll have an open or an uninstall button. What I would recommend doing is just tapping the uninstall button and then it'll let you install again. Did you happen to do that already? And is it
No,
still doing the
I
same?
was going to do that, but I figured since you were on the line, I'd
Yeah,
ask you first.
yeah.
Okay.
And I'm a
All right.
Samsung user too, so I've had a lot of experience. So yeah, if you search it in the Google Play Store, tap the uninstall, it'll let you reinstall. And then if you've already purchased your account, like I said, you just type in your username and password. It'll take you to that same account.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Latrice.
Great. Hey, good morning, Maggie.
Good morning, and good morning, Jessica.
Hi, Maggie.
I just wondered, the last time I heard back about my issue was a week ago from Adam. I think it was the day that you were out of the office, but it's been an ongoing thing with my contacts.
Yes.
And I know that, yes, and at the time he said this was top priority because they've been working on it a while, but I just wondered timing wise, because it's been a week since I heard anything from that last time. Do I
Yes.
need to submit a new form like the new forms that are out now, or is my issue still in there as it
Yes.
was?
I have yours in my inbox and I actually have some steps that I want you to follow. And so I can follow up in that email just where some of your
Okay.
contacts were showing no name, but it was showing their contact information. I'm just going to have you, and I will send you these steps in an email, just a simple
Okay.
search on your phone contacts, just so I can see what that contact record looks like on your phone. So I can see why the data fields aren't syncing over how you're expecting. So I'll make sure I respond to your email today and I'll just give you those steps on the information I need.
Thank you, Jessica. I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you, Maggie. It's good to see your face, by the way.
Thank you. You too.
And I think the good news is we've got a lot of people signing up. The bad news is we've got a lot of people signing up. So we've kind of overwhelmed them a little bit. So thank you everyone for your patience. And thank you, Jessica and Adam and your whole team for pulling this together for us. And Michelle, good morning.
Good morning, Gregory. Thank you so much for all these trainings. I I don't know. I'm just not a very techie person. I'm high touch, low tech. But I did get the apps a few weeks back. I've been working with Janet Key for a little bit, but I've had a number of issues, Jessica, and I think it's time for me to write. I might need to uninstall and reinstall. But the first thing is every time I go on, it's not allowing me to log in. It says username and or password is incorrect, and it's not. I know my
Okay.
user password.
Yeah.
And so I always have to click continue as a guest. That's one issue. Another is that I did put some contacts in, probably half a dozen to, 8. And then one day they were just gone. All of them were gone.
Okay.
So those are my two issues. Should I send a ticket to you, attention to you? Should I uninstall and reinstall? What do you suggest?
I would recommend going to myintouch.support, like I mentioned before. And if you just tell them, hey, I talked to Jessica on the video and I just need a little extra help, then if you mention my name in it, then I'll just make sure to let them know to have them refer you to me, just because I want to be able to look at our admin, look at your account before I give some feedback, just to make sure I'm telling you the right thing so we can make sure that you're logged into your account correctly and you're able to log in the future every time. So I would recommend reaching out to the support, tell them that you talked to me, and just put a quick note like, hey, I need help making sure my login credentials are set up correctly. And then I'll make sure to communicate with you on there and we'll get you all set up.
That sounds great. And Jessica, have you ever heard of contacts just disappearing? Has that happened to anyone else?
Sometimes I have heard of it happening. Sometimes if you like clear your cache, then it can happen. The thing is, when you've interacted with those contacts in the app, if you go and sync them again, we have like on the desktop, we talked about myintouch.app. Those contacts that you've interacted with, that you sent them to, all their history is there. And so if you were to sync them again, then it would pull in that history. So if you've cleared your cache or maybe logged out or something like that happened, sometimes they can disappear, but that doesn't mean that all of their history has disappeared. There is still there. There is still a contact record on the desktop. So when you sync them in the app, then it would pull in all that information. Does that help answer your question?
A little, but one more question is I don't even know how to clear my cache on my phone. I have no idea. So
Okay.
I don't even,
Well, there
I
you
don't
go.
think,
So that's not the issue then.
I don't think I did that. I know how to clear my cache on my laptop. I do that now and then, but
Yes.
I've never used the app on my laptop. So
Yes. And where you are clicking continue as guest instead of logging into your account, that could be causing part of the issue. And so, yeah, if you send that information to support, let's make sure that you're logged into your account instead of doing the continue as guest. Then we make sure when you're logged in, then all the information that's pulled in is tied to your account. That could also be causing part of it. So if you reach out to support and mention me, let's make sure that you've got the credentials, you're logged in, and then it should be all tied together.
beautiful. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you, Michelle.
And I just wanted to mention right now in these early stages, there's no extra charge for the Jessica White Glove support. Yeah.
Yes, it's been wonderful to get to know all of you personally.
Thank you
So
so much. Donna, go ahead, please.
Hi, Jessica. I just want to say I am so glad you guys have got this app again because I wasn't doing anything with the other one and I had completely dropped off. But I signed up with it yesterday and sent it to my first potential person. But the question is I just put my name, Donna Durbin. Do I have to put LifeWave hyphen Donna Durbin or just my name?
just your name. That's all you need.
Okay, so I did that. And the other question was, is there any way that this is going to, and that's what links us to the LifeWave main corporate back office, correct?
Yeah.
So it doesn't tie you to the back office, but the shopping link shared from InTouch, it'll pull in your LifeWave username. And so it takes customers straight to your personal LifeWave shopping pages instead of them having to search for you.
And do you recommend we do that and not use our personalized Live Younger website anymore?
I'll address that. There's two different, they both work the same way. So, if someone goes on page 2 of your personal website and they click on the shopping cart, the shopping carts are the same too. they're going to go to the same place. So we're using the same methodology of
Okay.
the username link to have pre-populated shopping carts. And also, if someone clicks enroll, it goes to your enrollment page. They both work the same. Personally, I think the InTouch app is the best way to begin the process of getting people interested. And if
Mm-hmm.
someone's really serious, you could say, hey, you could send them then to your LifeWave, your Live Younger website, which is much more comprehensive. And for some people, it's a little overload for first exposure.
Okay.
It's a better second or third exposure for people who really want more meat because there's 3 or 4 videos and a lot more content in there.
So that would be a separate thing that we would put in the chat or whatever and send to them. And the
Yeah,
other thing is, I only have one learning video in my InTouch app. There's only one little like beginning thing, and there's nothing else. Is there supposed to be more than that?
when you click on it, it opens up, and then you'll find all 7 or 8 of them.
I'll look again, but I think there was only one, and it said coming soon for number 2 and number 3. So
that
Yeah,
one was
but
an app trading. Yeah, when you click on it, like Gregory said,
okay,
it'll
I'll try
open
it
up.
again. I'll try it again.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Sure.
much. Okay.
Good morning, Beamy.
Good morning, everybody. Hi, Jessica.
Hi, Mimi.
Hi. So, yeah, I have a couple little challenges. I imported all the contacts, and then when I go to make a separate, my folder list, I set that up, and then I went and then I went to import, and I clicked on all the individual brand partners I wanted to put. It was for new brand partners, and I hit import, and then nothing happened and nothing went into the folder. And I did this a couple times.
Okay, and was this on the desktop or in the app?
App on an iPhone.
On the app on an iPhone. Okay, and you're trying to add them to a list. Okay, because I know you've been working with Adam a lot on this. So let me go look at your account and maybe I can send you a little video of like the steps that I would do and you can just double check that they're the exact same as what you are doing. And then if you're able to, you can send me a screen recording just so I can visually see. That's one of the tricky things about support is I can't see your phones and exactly what's being tapped on. And so we do our best to, if you can send us screenshots or screen recordings, that's super helpful. But let me take a look at your account. And do you have any tickets submitted to support right now? And I can
Yeah,
respond
there
back to you on
was,
that.
I did send in on August 12th a ticket to Adam, and I did find that, because I started traveling, that
Okay.
he said he would do a Zoom, but we never did that.
Okay. Yeah, let me double check with Adam on that. I will send him a message right now and then we can get back to you and maybe we can get to the bottom of like what's happening within the app on where you're trying to add them to lists.
Okay, and one other thing, on the feed area, when you're looking at what you've sent out and it
Yes.
tells you, I'm noticing that on certain ones, it'll, like I send out that David Schmidt explains the light science with the X20 machine, and then it's telling me where sent video, but it cuts off to the person, so it doesn't show who it went to. And when I tap on it, it takes me back to just sending it again. It doesn't show me who it went to when I'm looking at the feed area.
Okay. That is good to know. So let me make a note of that and then we can walk through the steps and maybe if you can tell me like which contact you did share it with, then we can look at and see why that didn't tie together for you.
And screenshot, Beamy.
Yeah, I have screenshot. I
Okay,
can
good.
send that. So should
Perfect.
I send
That is
all this to Adam and then you'll,
Yeah, if you want to send it to Adam and then he and I will get together and we'll be able to get back to you and find out what's going on.
okay, thank you.
And I
Yes.
want to say that I asked Jessica to jump on for 15 minutes, and you may have other obligations, and we could probably keep you here for the next half hour, but I want to be respectful of your time. I see more hands popping up. So I don't know how much, do you have a few more minutes or what's your,
Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
I can say for about 5 more minutes if that works for everybody
Okay,
else.
good. So we're just going to limit it to about 5 more minutes. So, so Darlene, you're next. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Jessica. This has been so great. My question is, where do I find that button to allow when my people have watched it and I see it? I can see it in the feed if I click on that, but I've looked for where that button is to allow and I'm not finding it.
Like, are you referring to like the notifications for when they watch it, or which part of the
Yes,
allow? Okay, so
yes,
what are you in the app or the desktop?
the app.
Okay, so when you're in the app, if you tap on the More button in the lower right-hand corner, then there's
Okay,
also a settings option. And then
okay,
within that settings, there's a blue button that says share this app. And right above that is the notifications button. And so there you'll see the push notifications. You can tap on email or SMS and put in your personal email address or phone number that you want to get those notifications to. And then there's a really cool blue test all notifications button. And when you tap on that, whatever notifications you've set up, it should send you tests.
Cool.
okay.
Very cool.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you, Darlene.
Hey, good morning, Jerry.
Good morning, Gregory. Thank you so much for coming on, Jessica. Really appreciate it. And thank you for getting me since I was messed up with being a tester. But I sent you an email, and I'm not sure. I think everything's working right, but I just since you're on, I too, along with Michelle, I was using it then, and I went back in, and all my contacts were gone. They were all
Okay.
gone. But then I got a notification to change my password. But I went in to change my password and they said it's wrong. And then when you look at the little dots that have the amount of letters, their numbers might be there, it's different than what my password is. But I bypassed that and everything seems to be working and I get notifications in that. But I was just asking you if you could go back in and check and see if it's going to the right place because it wouldn't let me change a password.
Okay. Yeah, I can double check that. And I believe you sent me an email personally yesterday when I
Yeah.
sent you one. And so I'll make sure I go take a look at that.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Thanks for your
You
time.
too. Thanks, Jerry.
Dr. Latrice.
Yes, really, really quickly, Jessica. I just wanted to say yesterday was my mom's birthday. I was on a no tech day and I see your email. Thank you so much for telling me all about my username and everything that was there. So I just wanted to tell you thank you so much for
Oh,
reaching out. I appreciate
yeah,
it.
no problem. Thank you, Dr. Latrice.
Thank you.
Okay. Hi, good morning, Kay. And I know you've been having some challenges, and we may not be able to solve them on this call, but I know we will. So go
No,
ahead, please.
I'm just going to ask questions that are important to everyone, I think. And
Okay.
thank you. I took off the app that was doing exactly what someone else said, Dr. Latrice, I believe, and now the app is working. So,
Perfect.
in one place, the training says you must put a country code in front of text message phone numbers. And yet when the guy demonstrates, he doesn't put in a country code. So do we need one or not?
Is this for the notifications?
No, this is for putting people in a list that I'm going to be texting to. So you're putting them in that list.
Got it. So yeah, the country code can be optional. I mean, if you are outside of your current personal country that you live in, then yes, you would need to make sure that the country code is in there. But if you're just texting with or messaging or contact record that is in the same country that you are in, then the country code is not necessarily important.
So if we're in US and they're all in US, we do not have to do that. That might
Yeah,
want
you
to be
should.
clarified in the training
Okay.
because that did confuse us.
Okay.
Right.
Awesome.
Regarding group text, because this is one of my main interests and I would think would be everyone else's. You say you can't send more than 20. Can you send 20 or is it 19? What's the actual number that I can put in each list that I'm going to use for group texting?
For group texting, yeah. So it is 20 that you can have in like a personal group because it sends it to all the people in that group, or you can send individual ones. Are you looking for like, do you have a number in mind of how many people you were needing in a group to be able to text all at the same time?
Well, right now I'm at 48. I've cleaned up my records and I have 48 on my list.
Okay. That is good to know. Okay, so let me make a note of that. And then I know that we have some emails between you and I and Janet as well. So let me do a little more research into that. And then You said 48. Okay, let me see if there's something else maybe we can do that can help get that 48 people together. So I'll take a
Well,
look at that for you.
and that hopefully there'll be more than 48. I haven't done
Yes.
much business the last month because I haven't been able to use the app, but I think today I'm going to start to be able to use it, I hope.
Okay,
Woohoo!
wonderful.
And then there was at one point when you sent a text out, everybody could see everybody else. Has that been corrected? I know Robin was possibly working on that, and I don't want to send texts until that's been corrected.
Yeah, so it is a group texting, and we are working still currently on like some feature things that would work with other tools. And so as soon as that's available, then we will be able to give you guys more information about that.
So you're saying if I send a text to the 20 people on group number 1, all 20 are going to see everybody else?
Yes, they would be in the same group unless you text them individually.
How do
Yeah.
we make that a priority to get that fixed? That's why I joined this. This is for the texting because I have to do it one person at a time. And that I thought this is well worth it for that. But
Yes, yes,
I
and
had
that
no
makes total
idea
sense.
a group texting.
Well, there are some other options, Kay, and maybe we need to review that. The third-party texting service, and there's no limit, to the number you can use. And so, if texting is so important to you and bigger than 20, and if you don't want everybody to see everybody, I think we need to help you locate another private third-party texting service.
Well, I think everyone would enjoy this. We've talked about the fact that most people don't read their emails anymore. They only
Yeah.
read their texts. So I think it's
Okay.
critical to our business, don't you,
Well, I
Bert?
think one of the things that we'll probably do on one of these trainings, we'll come up with a short list because I know, Jessica, you have a couple of companies you refer, and we have a company we use. There are some really good third-party texting services when you want to do, list texting, and 20 is very limited, and the fact that everybody can see each other, probably, more people probably having a texting service is a good idea for you.
All right. Thank you so much, Jessica. I'll get back to you if I have any other problems now that I
Okay,
have the app working on my phone.
Great. And
perfect. And
Debbie,
then, yeah, I'll double check with you too on those emails too to make sure that everything's good to go.
Thank
and
you.
Debbie, you'll be our last one, so go ahead, please.
Okay, my question is about notifications. First question is, I had gone to the InTouch, I selected a media video, went through the process, and it was in my text waiting for me to hit send. And I wanted to make an adjustment to the note, and I got a notification that the person was viewing the site or the video, and I hadn't even hit send on the text. And so that was a little bit threw me off, and I kind of had to work through that with the person. I'm not sure how that happened, but I had not hit send. It was still sitting in my text app. So that's one question.
Okay. For that question, had you clicked on the link yourself that was in that message?
I don't know. I might have.
So if you click on it, it's anytime anyone clicks on that link. And so it's a link custom for that person. And so if you had accidentally tapped on it, then it would give you a notification that the person had tapped on it because it's for the link itself. Whenever that link is clicked on, then you would get the notification.
That makes sense. And then the other is just clarification really quickly. So the notifications I get through text, all it offers is has viewed. So has viewed video, has viewed media, whatever. But when I go to InTouch itself and click feed, go to the feed, I get the details of how much was watched. And I get things like visited site, viewed video, watched video. So is that correct? Should I not be getting the amount watched through that text notification?
Yeah, so the text isn't able to like customize that percentage. We can customize like the name of the person and then what piece of media you had sent them. But yeah, the percent watched, if you're looking for that, will be in your feed in the My InTouch app.
And one last question, when it says visited site, what are they seeing? Are they somehow seeing the whole InTouch app, or are they just seeing, it's just telling me they saw what I sent them?
Yeah, so they just saw what you said. Then what that is it's on each time you send like a PDF or a video, it's on its own like website. And so it's a page that has just what you sent them, the video or the PDF, and then it would have like your contact information in the upper right hand corner that they could, and so we call that a site. And so that's why the text of it says they've visited your site or they've viewed your video.
Thank you. That clears all of that up. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Debbie.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you so much, Jessica. I know you said 5 minutes. We've gone almost 10, so
That's
I
okay.
really appreciate it. And I know that Jessica and Adam volunteered to do a training on best use practices, and we'll be scheduling that very soon. So not just answering questions, but here's how power users use it. Here's how successful users use it. And one of the things I'm learning is people get up and one of the first things they do to start their business day, that doesn't mean you don't do your morning meditation, your exercise, or whatever else you do. But when you're ready to start business, you open up the feed to see what's new. And I know Dr. Velvet, you do that, and many other people, because that'll tell you who's watched something and who you need to do your follow-up with. So I think it's really good. So Jessica, any final comments you want to make before we close out? Thank you very much for being with us here this morning.
No problem. It's been, like I said, a pleasure to be able to put faces with names of people that I've been in contact with. We're happy to hear from you guys. I know some of you guys are waiting for me personally, but if you fill out that support form, we do have other people who are able to help you as well, instead of just sending it to my personal email. So we want to make sure that you guys get helped as quickly as possible. If you do need to request my name, I'm always happy to converse with you guys, try to make sure everything's set up for your accounts and answer any questions that you have. So thank you for letting me be on here. It's been a pleasure.
Oh, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Jessica.
Thank you. Okay, well, I think this is going to officially end our call today, and I hope this was fruitful for everyone. Certainly was for me. I learned some things. We all learned some things, and go forth and share the good news about LifeWave with the InTouch app. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Gregory.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks for
Thank
everything.
you.
Wonderful
Thanks.
training. Thank you so much.
Happy
Thank you.
X39 Day.
Thank you. You too. Thank you so much. Thank
Thanks,
you.
everybody.
You're so welcome.